Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. It starts in 3, 2, 1.
For a ghost!
Damn it, wrong button. 3, 2, 1.
I just want people to realize that I'm a Christian. I would never murder anybody unless they tried to murder me. So yeah, don't ever call me a serial killer again.
I saw him one time yell at a butterfly. For a ghost, you bleed just fine. This is the morning stream.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the morning stream, or to it. Patrick was taking everybody to task on Twitter yesterday, saying one of his pet peeves are podcasts that say "Welcome back."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Why?
I made the argument. I don't know. He's persnickety like that. That's just Patrick.
Yeah.
But I made the point that with a sometimes I do it on the instance even, and he never says anything, and he says, "Well, I have to hold it back," whatever. But here on this show, I feel like it's a more appropriate thing to say because we have a lot of really regular listeners. It's a daily show. It's been on for nearly freaking 10 years. Like, you can say it here. It's fine. Okay.
I totally feel like, I feel like this is absolutely the place to use it if you're going to use it anywhere.
Yeah. And that guy's never committed to a guest appearance on here, so he can just bite me in the butthole.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Jeez, you'd think that there'd be some weird time difference issue or something.
Exactly. That's what you'd think. But you'd be wrong, Brian. That's Brian Ebbett. I'm Scott Johnson. And a quick note, we have I assume he's going to keep going. I don't know this for sure. But I heard yesterday from somebody who, when I knew him, he was a kid. He was a teenager, like ages 12 through 16 probably when I lived there. And I knew this kid, and he was great. Just loved this kid to death. He was awesome neighbor kid. And
that man's name was Wilfred Brimley. Oh, no, go ahead, please.
And Wilfred Brimley, who just passed away from the diabetes. No, he didn't die of that. Anyway, it was his name is Ryan Page, and I just wanted to give him a shout out because it was really cool hearing from him and not something I expected. So, Ryan Page, if you're still listening, Heidi ho, and how you doing? There was a time where my wife went on a camp, like a youth camp, and he was in that camp, and in the middle of the night, they were up in Wyoming somewhere in the desert up there, and in the middle of the night, Kim got a bad case of the runny butts. Sorry, she's gonna hate me tell the story, but she, we all have it once in a while in our lives. You got to deal with it, whatever. But she's in this totally roughing it youth camp thing where she's just one of the chaperone leader people, and not good, having a bad night. Ryan Page gave her his last bottle of Pepto-Bismol that he had in his pack.
Nice.
What a kind gesture that was.
That's awesome.
She never forgot. Also, this is a story I've never told.
Raise a big pink shrine to Ryan.
I've never told you this story. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy we've been afforded this moment.
Ooh. Okay, good, yes.
So, at that camp, this week-long thing, all right? And the whole idea of the camp was kind of roughing it. A lot of walking, a lot of food that was like the kind of food you'd have back in the 1800s kind of stuff. Like no fancy business, no hotels or trucks.
Feels like that's the whole point of a camp, like a
right
camp.
So they're doing this, and she's sick and doesn't feel good, and Kim's tough as nails. She'll make it through. She'll be fine. Me, on the other hand, I'd be like, "Can we have Life Flight fly in here and take me home? I don't know that my dainty complexion will make it till morning."
Listen,
Anyway.
I've told you my idea of roughing it is motel sex. Any place that doesn't give me reward points. Any hotel that doesn't give me reward points.
There you go. That's exactly where I should be with this. Anyway, so she's not feeling well, and so it's middle of the night kind of stuff. And so she's tumbling out of this tent and then going to try and find somewhere away from everybody, just kind of a private place. There are no, bathrooms or facilities or anything. So she ends up finding this place between these two big boulders. Okay. Great big boulders out in the prairie there. Does her business. Back to the tent. Gotta go again. Go out. Found the two boulders. This is now her point because it's pitch black out there, but enough moonlight will tell her, oh, there's the two boulders. So that's where I'll go, is between these two boulders. So she keeps
between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, between a rock and a hard place. So this is going on and everything. And in the morning, everybody wakes up. She's feeling much better. Ryan had given her Pepto and all that. She's feeling much better. And she gets up in the morning. She goes outside and she looks out there in that direction. There are no 2 boulders there. They're gone.
Okay.
Now, she knows it's the same zone or area because she is 100% sure about her directions, and she is good at directions. But the boulders are not there. Turns out there were 2 freaking buffaloes sleeping.
Holy crap.
Boink, boink. And they didn't wake up while she was there, but she was just, having a rough moment between stuck between a bison and a buffalo, and a hard buffalo, or however you'd say. Isn't that crazy? Oh, I would have lost my mind if I'd have heard that.
Kim poops between the whole buffalo.
Now, I say buffalo, it might have been. Is bison and buffalo the same? They're not the same, are they? Or are they?
I thought they were, but I think that there is a difference.
Bison versus buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay.
My inclination is to say yes, they're the same thing, but knowing that we would just call them the same thing if they were the same thing, there must be differences.
Oh, here we go. All right.
It's like crocodiles and alligators, right?
A little bit. It's in fact, you're totally. That's a great comparison. It says it's easy to understand why people confuse bison and buffalo. Both are large, horned, ox-like animals from the bovine family. Oh, I just had a tea. I should have told you. Sorry, my wife showed up. I should have told you, babe. I'm so sorry. If I drink another one, I might fire through the roof and die because I have so much caffeine.
Scott is now goes from low tea to too much tea.
Yeah, I gotta have low tea today. Low tea. She's laughing at me. Anyway, okay, the two kinds.
She's laughing at me because I made that joke.
Yeah, she's technically laughing at you through me.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so there's 2 in the Bovidae family. Mm-hmm. American bison and the European bison. 2 forms of buffalo, water buffalo and Cape buffalo. Those are the ones that wear capes. Let's see. However, it's
not all buffalo wear capes.
It says it's not difficult to distinguish between them, especially if you focus on 3 H's: home, hump, and horns. So some are, let's see, contrary to home on the range, buffalo do not roam in the American West. Instead, they are indigenous South Asia, water buffalo and African Cape buffalo. So the bison. So she sat between 2 bison. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like that show, Between Two Bison.
Hey, Mike, you smell something? Don't worry about it. Go back to sleep.
It's nothing.
Just don't roll over.
Mike Bison would be his name, Brian. Mike Bison.
Mike Bison. M. Bison stands for Mike. Oh, I wish I could say I thought of that when I said that. But
that was really perfect to name him Mike. Anyway, fun stuff there. Fun stuff. Hey, how was your hotel thing or deal?
Oh, good. Yeah. So, as I blow my nose.
Yeah, caught you at the perfect time there.
No COVID.
Yeah, no COVID. COVID free.
So did Estes Park over the weekend for my birthday. Just needed to get away.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was really nice. We went up there Friday, and I'm glad we did because Estes Park is one of these tourist destinations in Colorado. It's right outside of Rocky Mountain National Park, so people kind of go up and drive down Trail Ridge Road and see bison and
beautiful there. Yeah.
Weird, whatever those weird marmots or whatever they are called, and elk and things like that. Marmots. Is that a marmot?
Marmot.
Marmots. Anyway, so but ahead of that, there's a town, and it's a lot of souvenir shops, ice cream shops, taffy shops. You got your Stones and Gems. You got your Himalayan restaurant. You get your pizza place, and it's like a several block long shopping area. And then you've got the Stanley Hotel, which was the inspiration for The Shining. Stephen King stayed there.
Inspiration, not setting, though, right? Because that's where I always get it confused. Like he was inspired by that, but the one they used was not that, right?
Right. The one they use in the movie is not that.
Okay.
The one they used in the miniseries with the dude from Wings.
Oh,
they did use the exteriors of the Stanley.
Right. He was also in. I'll never forget him in Single White Female because there was a
high heel stuck in his forehead.
Yeah, that was that movie. Sorry, didn't mean to derail, but yeah, that is the hotel they used then that you stayed in.
That is the hotel. Steven Weber, that's right.
Steven Weber, yeah.
So we did, we stayed at a different hotel. We could not get a room at the Stanley. It was available, but they have a requirement to stay there 2 nights, and it's kind of expensive. And it's like even more expensive if you want one of the quote unquote spirited rooms. So if you want room 237 or 217, which is supposed to be the one that Stephen King stayed in, that he had his little ghostly experience. It's even more. So it's like, we'll stay somewhere else, but we'll go there for breakfast. I shouldn't talk about what I had for breakfast at the Stanley Hotel.
Why?
But I'm going to.
Oh, because do you feel like you cheated or something? Or
yes. Okay. Oh man, do I feel like I cheated?
All right.
I want to see if there's even a picture of this. Let's see. So it's this restaurant called Georgina's at the Lodge. And it's it's off of the main hotel that you see. And it's this really nice, everything's white, lots of plates along the ceilings from when they've had guest chefs come in and cook, and just really, really pristine, cool place.
Ooh, they really kept the interior too, haven't they?
They have. Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah, I was looking at the website. The interior is still very I don't know what that look is. I mean, there's a little bit of mountain whatever, but it's also still kind of got that 70s motif going on. I kind of wanted to grab a photo of the wall of keys behind the front desk, because it's not, no key cards. You've actually got a metal key, and they're all hanging down, and they're all positioned exactly the same. They're not all, here's one facing this way. I mean, it's like a big row of keys, but the guy at the front desk didn't look like he'd be really cool with me doing that, so I decided not to. Was he all creepy with weird lighting and said, "Come sit down"?
Glad to have you stay with us, Mr. Torrance. No, he didn't say that.
Dang it! Okay, darn it.
So I'm still looking. I'm stalling to see if I can find a picture of this, and I can. And maybe, like I said, maybe it's a good thing. So
wow, it's beautiful there, though. Jeez.
It is gorgeous, and it is Estes Park is a beautiful place to stay. Yeah. So I ordered this thing called crispy French toast, and what it is, it's their French toast. It's their signature item. It says it right there on the menu, a little star next to it too. And it describes it as French toast coated with crushed Rice Krispies, stuffed with a strawberry compote, topped with like strawberries and whipped cream. Oh. So I was, all right, that sounds really good. And what the hell? It's my birthday. Yeah. If I die, at least I'll die happy.
Yeah. By the way, happy on-air birthday to Brian Ibbett.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We haven't had a chance to do it because it happened on the weekend. So.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So hold on, let's see if I'm looking for one more photo, because if I can find a photo of this thing, I don't know why I didn't take a picture of it. Well, I do. I told Tina why I didn't take a picture. It's because I didn't want this photo to get out and people look at this and see what I ate.
Oh, I see. You didn't want the evidence out there floating around that you had indulged some. I see what you're doing. I see how it is.
I think I did find a photo of this thing, although it's not a good photo, so maybe that's okay.
Yeah, that lessens the impact. I get it.
All right, so I order that. Tina orders biscuits and gravy or something. Like, great, perfect. I
love how you're like, I ordered the most fantastic thing ever made by man, and Tina had biscuits and gravy or something. That's amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing.
All right, so and by the way, I just put a link to their Facebook, Stanley Hotel's Facebook. Their most recent post from July 31st actually does have a photo of. Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay.
You found it?
It does have a photo of this thing, yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Out comes a cube of French toast. And I think that they must bake it in a mold, coat it with crushed Frosted Flakes. I think I might have said Rice Krispies, but I meant Frosted Flakes.
Oh, man.
Coated with Frosted Flakes, and then it's like stuffed with this strawberry stuff, coated with strawberries, whipped cream, and everything. But it is a cube, and I have no idea. Like, when I cut this into this thing, I was looking for seams. I was looking for, the whole Bob Vila treatment. How did you build this thing? And there were no seams, so I have no idea. Even the bottom didn't have a seam, so I have no idea how this thing was made. Boy, was it freaking delicious. And no, I did not even make an attempt to count how many points that would be in the wide world of Weight Watchers.
I mean, rightly so, right? You would have been just
that would have been all the
disappointed.
points for the day easily.
Oh yeah,
just that.
Look, sometimes you're out. It's your birthday. You gotta just have. You gotta go.
Exactly.
You know,
you got treat yourself.
Yeah.
is the phrase that Aziz Ansari and Retta used on Parks and Rec.
So I'm just curious. These mountain employee people there at the place and everything. Did they were they all masked all the time, kind of stuff, or were they
all masked all the time? And they even had custom Stanley Hotel masks that said, "Ask me anything." But before the ask was a parentheses M, so it said "Mask me anything."
Ah, nice. That's pretty good.
So,
I wish it said Stephen King was a dick or something like that.
Stephen King shat on the sheets.
Just as a
shut the bed.
Yeah, he shut the bed here in the hotel. Anyway, that's
so
great.
the hotel we did stay at had its kind of fair share of problems. Talking about roughing it, newly remodeled place, but we go in there. I use the bathroom, washing my hands, and I'm hearing like, God, there's like, where's that water sound coming from? Like splattering water.
Ew.
It's like, oh, it's underneath the vanity where I'm washing my hands. And I look underneath, and this is where the towels are. So they've got the vanity that's got all the drawers in it.
Yeah.
Or not drawers, but the cubbies, and your massive collection of towels is there.
Yeah.
And I look, and just next to the massive collection of towels is the pipe coming from the sink, the U-shaped pipe, which is not a U-shape. It is an I with that stops and does not connect to the half of the U-shape that's down below. Like there's just a section of pipe that appears to be missing.
Ooh, weird.
And the water from the sink is just running out into this cubby, all over the floor, somewhat on some of the towels. Like, what the hell? We're getting a new room. What the hell? Tina goes in, and I'm trying to use the phone to like call the front desk, and the phone isn't working either. It's like
Oh,
no matter,
no.
like you pick it up and it immediately goes to busy signal, not like you're waiting, you press 0 and then it goes to the front desk. No matter what button you push, the thing is just going.
This is starting to sound like a Stephen King book, but keep going.
It kind of is,
Yeah.
yes. So Tina says, "Oh, I fixed it." And I said, "Really? How'd you fix it?" She said, "Well, the U thing was actually turned, so she just went under the sink and went and turned it like 90 degrees, and all of a sudden the two pipes connected. There was no real solid connection, but at least the gravity of the water coming straight down would go into that pipe and continue on where it needed to go.
It wasn't shooting out the seams or anything after that?
It wasn't shooting out the seams, no. And it's just it's a
Weird.
It's the water collection pipe. It's not the water delivery pipe, which would have water shooting out the seams.
Well, they call that it's called a trap, right?
A U-trap, yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like maybe they were doing some work on it and then just forgot after the cleaning lady or something, and then just left it the way it was.
And Tina even said, yeah, it probably wasn't connected well. And then the lady, when she whoever did housekeeping, because men can do it too, when they put the towels under the sink, they might have pushed that pipe and moved it over, like moved it out of connection, out of synchronicity.
Yeah. Well, I think that sounds like you guys had a lovely time. I would have eaten that breakfast too. It sounds really good.
It was as far as hotel complaint, that's the worst that it was, and it wasn't too bad at all. We went out for a lovely dinner that night, and I had delicious prime rib with raw horseradish and these baby carrots, and yeah, it was good.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm jealous, and I need to do a thing where I can get away a little bit, and you've inspired me to do so.
You guys go to Park City or something, or
yeah, why not? There's a lot going on there that they've improved since this whole thing hit, and it's better. Now, I just want to share a couple of things with the chat, and Brian, I'll read these to you. They'll actually see these on their screen. One of the stars of Critical Role, you know him as Liam O'Brien. He and I chat all the time. And he told me two things that cracked me up this week. One, the first one didn't crack me up, just made me feel good. He says, I never miss an episode of TMS. So he's just a gigantic TMS fan. Loves it, checks it out every day. I'm sure he's listening right now. Hey, Liam.
Oh, hey, Liam.
What up, buddy? And then he says, don't forget to link me to whatever the hell Crow Bones is.
No, you don't want to know.
Yeah, so I talked
Although, God, they could use some great voiceover work from Liam.
Yeah, they really could.
Bones.
They really could. Do it as
you are not prepared for what Crow Bones will do to you. Did you think we had forgotten?
Well, anyway, he's doing great, and just
That's awesome.
think the world of that guy. All right. Hey, now's time. Oh, yeah, we got a special guest for our contest
We
today.
do, yes.
So hold on. Let me...
I'm going to warn you right now. I don't think we're getting to news today.
Yeah, it feels like we probably won't. If I had to take a wild guess, we're not getting the news. But we'll do our best, and we'll start with this. Hey, look what we got here. It's called Babble Royale with special guest contestant Randy, a.k.a. Randy Deluxe Jordan. Hello, Randy.
I'm what we've got here. Hi.
Hi, you're what we've got. You're what we've got. Hey, nice to have you here. How are you?
I am so well. I am great.
Great.
I am so happy to be joining you guys. We just had a fantastic episode of Film Sack where we watched Star Trek together.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's doing that.
Yeah.
I got up at 4:45 a.m. on Friday morning and drove my family out to Lake Elsinore to see the sunrise. And yeah, Scott, you need to do stuff like that. Like,
I saw the photos. Yeah, looked gorgeous.
It's just you just got to.
Did you get any Elsinore beer while you were there?
No, that's the thing about this pandemic. Like, the way that I would usually have treated such an experience would have been an experience, like going places, checking into things we've never seen before. Mm-hmm. But in this case, we're like, yeah, look at all these people coming and going from all these businesses. Let's just drive away.
Yeah. No, we were noticing the same thing. We went to Estes Park. I was just talking about on the show, but we went up Friday, came back Saturday. And I'm glad we did, because as we're driving back home Saturday, on the way back, we're seeing all the line of cars going to Estes Park for Saturday to stay into Sunday. And we're like, oh man, that would be wall-to-wall people on the street. And as it was maybe 1 out of every 5 people didn't have a mask on walking around. But it was social distancing outside. People were nice and spaced apart because it wasn't super busy. So if you're not going to wear a mask, at least you're far enough away that it wouldn't make much of a difference.
So and what happens is you start out trying, right? So like we drove down after the sunrise and all the enjoying that scene. We drove down into Lake Elsinore, and it's like 6:10 a.m. And you're like, okay, what can you do at this time? Well, what you can do is you can go to a donut shop. And so we went to this donut shop called Rised Donuts. And this is not, by the way, the donut shop in Lake Elsinore where Ariana Grande licked the donuts. I want to make that really clear.
Wait, hold on, that's a thing? She licked donuts in a donut shop?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember hearing about that.
Yeah, about 5 years ago.
And she complained about being an American or something. Like, it was a recording of her doing that and saying, I hate being an American or something like that, complaining about all the donuts.
Wow.
So this is not the same place, but let's just say it was.
Okay.
Because they're all the same donut shops, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, there was no Ariana Grande in there on Friday morning, but this donut shop had people coming and going. Like, it was busy. And for a pandemic experience, it was ridiculously busy. Like, if not for the pandemic, I would have said, it was a donut shop. There were, like, I crossed paths with 5 people.
Yeah.
But no, like, for this experience, I was like in there. I'm like, I am trapped in a death cell. Like, what do I do?
Yeah, no kidding.
Is it even worth the donut at that point? You'd be like, I don't think I want this donut. I think
left the fam in the car. Yeah. They're wearing masks in the car. I got some donuts. I brought them out. We closed the doors. We started up the AC. Kind of took a breath before taking the masks off to eat some donuts. Like, that's what's going on. That's how this is all working.
I'm just gonna. I want to put it out in the universe that, because I'm hung up on this. Ariana Grande should not be allowed to lick anybody's donuts. Mm-hmm. Why is she doing that? Well, what is that about?
Yeah, agreed.
What is she? Why? Was it because she's a hot freaking pop star and she got to just go in and go, I like to lick the donuts, and she just licks them all? Like,
it was just basically like, I can do what I want, kind of like a Justin Bieber peeing in a mop bucket kind of moment. It's like a...
hate that, dude.
Yeah.
Hate it.
If you're a donut shop owner and that happens, your first inclination might be, get the hell out of my store. Is your second inclination, I should actually shellac that donut, frame it, and put it on the wall, and said Ariana Grande licked this donut.
I
and
mean, if it's going to help
think
you
of all
get
the business you can get.
yeah, if it's going to help you get business, then do it because you need it, because a lady just licked your donuts, right? Like, do what you got to do as a store owner. For me, I would say, that's gross. I don't like your music. Although that one song in the video where you shot rockets out of your boobs at a giant robot, that was pretty cool. Anyway, get out of here. That's what I'd say.
Wasn't that Katy Perry?
No, there was an Ariana Grande one where she fights a robot and she has boob missiles, and it's great.
Gotcha. What it activated for me was that question that I just love asking people, which is, what is your small town known for? Mm-hmm. Like overall, the history, 200 years of your little town, and if you live in a city, your neighborhood in that city. Like, it's been there for a long time. What's it known for? And you got to think for a moment, right?
Yeah.
Lake Elsinore gets to say Ariana Grande licked some donuts. Like, that's what they've got.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's, like some towns have Matthew McConaughey went to high school here or whatever, but Lake Elsinore, it's Ariana Grande.
Yeah, for us, it's recently. It's Wilford Brimley died in St. George, Utah, 2 days ago, at 85. Went there or drove over there from his ranch. Well, he didn't drive. Someone drove him there from his ranch, and now he's dead. He was our local guy, and all anyone on the internet wants to tell me is, what, the diabetes guy? I'm like, no, he was in The Natural. He was in The Firm. He was in The Thing. He was in all the movies.
Yes, the diabetes guy.
Yeah, Cocoon. Come on. He's great.
Let's not pare him down to one poorly pronounced word, okay?
Yeah, or the oatmeal or whatever they want to stick in to make him famous for. Right. Anyway, hey, we got a caller on the line to play today with us. Let's find out.
Let's actually get to Babble Royale.
Yeah, let's see who this is. Hi, thanks for holding so long. Who's this?
Hey, it's Tracy in Seattle.
Hey, Tracy in Seattle. We've had you on before. How's it going?
Indeed. I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Fantastic. I like Tracy from Seattle. We're going to see if we can win Tracy from Seattle some great prizes today, and Brian Ibbott will explain what they are and how he could win.
I will do exactly that. I'm going to be giving Scott and Randy a topic, and they're going to go back and forth, giving me answers that fit that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win will go to the other player. Your job, Tracy, is to predict who's going to come out on top based on today's topic. Today, you are playing for a great prize package, which includes BioShock Remastered, courtesy of listener Kyle.
Nice.
Warsaw, courtesy of listener Wesley. And a signed Poketree print from Scott, which even if you live in Seattle, it'll get delivered to you.
Yeah, directly. Signed and everything, ready to go. I'm showing
Scott,
the chat room right now. Yes.
Scott just released this limited edition drawing and print just yesterday, I guess?
Yeah, yesterday, last night.
I already, wow. I could see it hanging in an office at Blizzard. Not that Blizzard will ever have office people working in offices again, but it just as soon as I saw that, I'm just I know exactly where that belongs.
I know Pokemon Go has its fans there, but this was, and I'm only doing 100 of these, 105 because I'm going to give 5 away in different ways, and this is one of them. So you will get a copy of that print physically along with these digital prizes.
All right. Now, on to your topic. This is one that my Uncle George, has been working on for a few months, compiling this list. So I will actually read his description of this, and then I'll answer any questions about what we're about to do.
Okay.
There have been at least 49 actors who have achieved triple doubles. That is, each has portrayed the same character in at least 3 theatrical released English language feature films, and also played a different character 3 or more times in another series of movies. So in other words, they've appeared in 2 different franchises in at least 3 movies of each franchise.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
So the appearances range from title roles to fairly significant cameos. Voice work in, for example, animated movies obviously counts as cast membership.
Okay, so if they're in 3...
I'm trying to think of an example that doesn't give away a bunch of stuff.
Right,
Basically,
this is what I'm trying to do.
A star who has appeared in 2 different groups of franchise films in at least 3 of those films.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got it. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. So,
now,
they're in multiple franchises, and they have to be at least 3 times in each of those franchises.
That's right. And I'm wondering if I want to make you guys, if you throw out a name, if I'm going to ask you to tell me, you know what? If you give me one that's not on this list, then I'm going to ask you to tell me what the two franchises are.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I have a feeling we're not going to stray from this list. Like, someone has spent months compiling this.
Yeah.
And there are so many surprises on this list. Like, oh, wow, that's a great one. So, yeah.
All
so
right.
anyway.
I'm down with it.
So, Tracy, now that you've heard this fantastic Babble Royale, which I'm so excited to get to, he's been working on this, and I've been really excited to use it as a Babble Royale. I thought, oh, today will be a great day because we got Randy. I mean, Brian's a film buff too, but Randy's also a film buff. So between he and Scott, your work is cut out for you, Tracy. Who do you want to go first, and who do you think is going to win?
I think that Randy's going to win this one, and Scott can go first.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
I also think
All right.
Randy might win this one.
But this is a terrifying category.
I know it is.
Like,
Yes.
It is, no matter what.
I have never felt more like I'm just gonna say the first name that comes to mind and be wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, there is a.
I've done that before.
There's stuff. So remember, minimum of 3 movies in the franchise.
Okay, so for me, let's go with Harrison Ford as Han Solo in the 3 movie or in all those movies, and then Indiana Jones in those movies.
That's a great one. He's one of 12 people who've gone beyond 3. 4 Han Solo appearances, and really technically 5 Han Solo appearances. No, is that right? 5, yes, because Ghostly Han Solo in Rise,
Right.
and Indiana Jones, of course, in all of the Indiana Jones series. So Harrison Ford, and we are off to the races
All
on
right.
this one.
No pressure, Randy.
I'm gonna say things that clue in Scott to other answers.
I know
Damn it.
that's the other thing. You want to be careful not to. Because you're going to mention a franchise that might extend.
And
so,
no,
yes,
and
you
no
can be
video
careful.
games are allowed, right? Just making sure.
No video games,
Okay.
no direct to TV things,
Okay.
no. Yeah,
Okay.
none of that.
Let's get one of the greatest franchise actors of all time, Patrick Stewart.
That is a great one. Yes, Patrick Stewart, of course, as Jean-Luc Picard in 4 Star Trek movies. Is that right? Should be more than that.
5, I think.
5 Star Trek Next Generation
Generations
films.
through. I may be throwing Picard in
It
there.
might be only 4, and then Professor Xavier in 7 X-Men films.
There you go. Well, let's do his good buddy Ian McKellen, because you got the X-Men
Yes.
films and you got Lord of the Rings.
That's a great one too.
See what
Ian
I
McKellen.
mean? I just totally keyed Scott right into it.
Yeah. You know what got me though wasn't the Lord of the Rings mention. It was the Patrick Stewart mention, and then I thought, oh, he's really close with Ian McKellen.
Right, they're buddies.
Yeah, that's where it got me.
Magneto 5 times in the X-Men series, and Gandalf in 6 films in the Middle Earth franchise.
Oh right, yeah, he did do all the Hobbit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're gonna refer to Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna go with Hugo Weaving, because I know he's
Hugo
been in
Weaving.
Ah,
name a couple
shoot.
of series he's been in.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Good call.
Hugo Weaving is Agent Smith in The Matrix 3 times, Elrond in the Middle Earth franchise 5 times.
Oh, these are funny how they roll together. All right, I'm now going to go with I'm going to go with Keanu Reeves in The Matrix and Keanu Reeves in the Bill and Ted movies. Third one is done. And
Has
ready
not
to
been
show.
released yet.
Oh, that doesn't count?
Of course it doesn't. Hasn't been released yet. 3 theatrically released films. However, I'm going to give it to you because he's been in another franchise film that has had 3 releases.
Shit.
Do you know what it is?
Hold on. It's not Speed. It's not 3 other franchises? Or another franchise with
one
3
other
films in it?
franchise film that's had 3.
3 Keanu Reeves in it. Animated or live action?
Live action. He's kind of the star. It's one of your favorite films. Certainly was one of your favorite films last year, the 3rd installment.
Oh, John Wick, duh. That's the new one, John Wick 4. Yeah. Yeah.
John Wick 4. Duh.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you feel like franchise actors are franchise actors, right? Like you feel like you know, but you don't. Like it's hard to really believe in it.
Oh, that's so stupid that I didn't think of
Exactly.
John Wick. All right, sorry.
And before, and like anybody complaining about this, no, I mean, this is like, if they give me a name that's not on the list, that's when I prompt them for what the movies are. But if they give me a name that's on the list, then they don't need to give me the films.
Yeah. Sometimes we're offering this as a way to gateway to the other answers.
right.
But yeah. All right.
All right. Back to Randy for
Yep.
the next one.
I've decided that the greatest franchise actor of all time in terms of length, like number of consecutive movies, is Sylvester Stallone. That just has to you have to give it to him for returning to the well over and over.
He is another one of these masters. 3 franchise films. Obviously, the big 2 are Rocky Balboa for 8 movies, Rambo for 5 movies, and do you know the third one?
The third one for Sly. Wow. Expendables.
Exactly.
Oh,
Barney
yeah,
Ross
yeah,
in 3 Expendables movies.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I know some of those Expendables guys are in this list, but I got to be careful here.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is the downside of this trick, Randy, because now you've thrown me in a direction that's going to bog me down.
I've just handed you one on a silver platter, but is it true?
That's the problem.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
the problem.
Don't be fooled by the one you might be thinking of, because did this person play the same character in each of the films? That's all I'm going to say about that one. That might be a trap.
Shoot. All right. I'm going to try to veer out of this and reset my brain.
Okay. All right.
Let's go. Well, actually, he's in these, or one of the 2 of these, maybe. This is scary.
Go for it.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis is a great one. Yeah.
Oh.
5 John McClanes.
Yeah.
And
what's the other one?
3 times in the East Rail 177 series.
Oh, see, now this was a shot in the dark, because I don't even know what that is. What is that?
That is Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
Right.
That
Okay,
franchise is called the East Rail 177 series, as opposed to the Unbreakable series.
Got it. Okay. I forgot completely about that series, so this was a very lucky get for me. All right, Randy.
So I gave it to Scott, and he didn't go for it, so I have to say Jason Statham.
Oh!
Jason Statham, that's a great one. 3 series for Jason Statham. 3 times as Frank Martin in the Transporter series, 3 times as Lee Christmas in the Expendables series, and 4 times as Deckard Shaw in the Fast and Furious series.
Including that Sean Hobbs thing, right?
Yeah. Including that Sean Hobbs thing in which he is the title character.
Yeah. Okay.
It's part of the series. We have to allow for stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. It's part of the series and definitely counts.
Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna be so annoyed with myself because I know there's more. Okay, let's go with Tom Cruise. Has to be, right?
Tom Cruise. What are his 2?
Okay,
yeah,
he's got his Mission Impossible business.
Yeah.
And how many Jack Reachers are there? Is there only 2? Damn it! He's only got 2 of those.
There's only 2. Damn! I really wanted to go further on this one.
But you're gonna have fun telling us. Well, Brandy, do you know any more? Give us some guesses.
I was still gonna circle around the Expendables, like Dolph Lundgren, Jet Li.
Lundgren would
Terry
not
Crews
have been...
is in all of them, right?
Yeah, but Lundgren didn't have 3 and 3.
So I was trying to figure out what were of those guys. Did they also have other series, right? So
yeah.
I'd take Terry Crews doesn't have another series. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I was just like in my head, I was gonna drill down on those because the Expendables is 3 movies and it fits this perfectly. It's got these franchise actors in it.
I reopened the chat and some people are saying Arnold, but I don't think Arnold ever had 3 of anything.
So Conan is 2 movies.
Yeah.
Conan's 2.
Obviously Terminator. Obviously.
Oh, well, right.
No, that's the problem. Is in the Terminator movies, he plays a different character each time that he comes back. I guess there are 2 movies that he's the same Terminator. Terminator 2 Terminator. What's the one? He's like still the Terminator in the newest one. With,
Genesis. Genesis.
Dark Fate, I think.
Oh, I thought Genesis
was the same Terminator
was the same
model as
2.
as the same one. Now, I would have allowed that had you said that, because I feel like that's a
Yeah, that was
that is a.
Really too fine a line to draw here.
I'm only doing it because my uncle gave me the same line when I was going through this list yesterday.
All right. And what about someone asked in the chat, I was thinking the same thing myself. What about Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss Everdeen in multiple movies and as Mystique? Has she been Mystique in 3 films?
Yes. She has.
Yes?
First class.
She has to have been.
Yeah, there's 3 of
I
those.
was surprised not to see her on this list, but I think she's been Mystique in, because X-Men First Class, I think Days of Future Past, and at least Dark Phoenix.
Yes, all of those.
Maybe
You're right.
Apocalypse as well. So yeah, I would have. That's not on this list, so I would have given you that one though on reflection. Here's the complete list as I've got it. Stop me on any of these names if you want to talk about what the.
How dumb I am? Okay, got it.
No. If you want to talk about what the movies were,
all right.
Tim Allen.
Okay, I don't want to talk about him.
Julie Andrews.
Oh, hold on. I want to know what Julie Andrews is. I have no idea.
She is Queen Lillian in the Shrek series. Fiona's mom, and Marlena Grew in the Despicable Me series.
So that means Mike Myers makes this list, right?
Mike Myers absolutely makes this list. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, easily then, yeah.
Another master. Oh, sorry, Antonio Banderas. Kind of a similar thing. Shrek and Spy Kids. Orlando Bloom. Surprised nobody mentioned him. 5 times in the Middle Earth series, and of course the Pirates of the Caribbean series.
And it just occurred to me that Matt Damon is in the Ocean's
another
movies.
good one. Yeah.
Because I had him for sure as Jason Bourne, but I was like, what other series could he have been in? Oh,
same.
I'm amazed that nobody even delved into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I was nervous to because
there's so many, like Chris Evans, for example. Like I thought of Chris Evans, right? He's been in like 12 Marvel movies as the same character. But then what's the other series?
But not 3. Right?
Yeah, he hasn't. He's not on the list.
Yeah, he shouldn't be on the list.
All right, we'll come to some of the obvious ones from this list. Orlando Bloom. Okay, Cody Cameron, Lon Chaney Jr., Don Cheadle in Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Ocean series.
Oceans.
Yeah.
John Cho, 3 of them for John Cho. Do you guys want to try and name the 3 for John Cho?
Hold on.
Yes,
hold on.
The new Burger Castle movies. Yeah, it's the 3 Star Treks and the 3 go to Newcastle.
But then you said there's a third.
There is a third one.
Let me just think. I got to think this guy through.
Harold and Kurt Kumar, Star Trek.
And what's funny is 3 Harold and Kumar, 3 Star Trek. This other one, there are 4 appearances by John Cho as the same character. It's a deep cut, but it's a good one.
Tell me it's American Pie.
It is American Pie. John the MILF guy number 2 in the American Pie series.
Someone in the chat says Simon Pegg. That's probably in there too, I'm guessing.
Simon Pegg is in here. Bradley Cooper.
All right.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Peter Cushing. Matt Damon, as you mentioned, Born in Oceans. Warwick Davis.
Okay. Oh, little tiny guy. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what his 2?
Yeah, I know what his 3 is. Well, I know what his... So there's only 2?
He's only got 2 franchises so they're on this list.
So it's Flitwick from the Harry Potter business. And it's...
Yeah, you want to say Star Wars, but you can't say Star Wars.
I do, because he was only the Ewok the one time.
Right.
No, that's only one movie.
It's one we've seen. One of his movies we've seen for film.
Leprechaun. He was the Leprechaun.
He was the Leprechaun.
Geez. That was a great clue.
We've
all seen it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Vin Diesel is a great one.
Okay.
Riddick, Fast and Furious, and the MCU. Yeah. Clint Eastwood. Mel Gibson, Mad Max, and Lethal Weapon.
Wait, what was? Sorry, back up a little bit. What was Vin Diesel in the MCU? Why am I blanking on that?
He's Groot.
Oh, he's Groot.
Yes.
All right.
And I would have never thought of Vin Diesel.
I wouldn't either.
Of course, I was thinking through Fast and Furious because like another franchise ensemble series, right? So like, there's got to be. But as soon as I hit Vin Diesel, I'm like, ooh, that's danger.
Yeah, because I saw his
He's
face.
also been Riddick 3 times.
I saw his face and went, wait, he's not in the MCU. And then, thanks for the reminder. All right.
Yep. Tom Hanks, Woody, and Da Vinci Code. Anthony Hopkins.
All right.
Samuel L. Jackson, the true king of franchise films. Mace Windu, Nick Fury, and Augustus Gibbons in the Triple X series.
But he's Mace Windu in like one movie.
4 movies, including one animated, the Clone Wars. He does the voice.
Okay, so we're including stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
We're
if it
including
hit
the
theaters,
prequels, all
if it-
3 prequels.
Yeah, if it's theatrical. Wait, is he in all 3 prequels?
He's in all 3 prequel films.
I don't remember that.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't remember much about the prequels, honestly.
Famke Janssen,
Oh, hey,
Sure,
I am for you,
X-Men.
Auric of old, is what she would say.
X-Men and what?
She's also in. Hold on. Famke Janssen in.
Is she?
I don't know.
She's the wife of the guy who just can't hold on to his family.
Taken.
Yeah, yeah. So then, Liam, we already named Liam Neeson.
We haven't gotten there yet,
Right.
but we will. James Earl Jones, Christopher Knights.
Hold on, James Earl
Christopher-
Jones. Let me get this straight.
James Earl Jones, sure,
I know-
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, but there's just 2 The Lion Kings
right?
theatrical. So what else would it be? Oh,
It's a
Jack,
series-
the Clear and Present Danger and that stuff. Jack Ryan.
Jack
movies.
Ryan, yes,
Okay.
3 times as Vice Admiral James Greer.
He's awesome. in those.
Christopher Lee is another biggie. 8 times as Dracula, 5 times as Fu Manchu, 5 times as Saruman, and 3 times asterisk as
Ooh.
Count Dooku.
That Fu Manchu stuff's a little regrettable, isn't it? Just a little.
A little bit regrettable, yes.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
Tell me-
Cheech Marin.
Cheech Marin. Wait.
I gotta keep shutting up because you're going alphabetically, and I'm like,
Yes.
I wanna ask about Tom Selleck. Keep going.
Okay,
We'll
hold on.
get to
Cheech Marin. Let me guess this. This is all the Cheech and Chong movies.
Yep, 6+ Cheech and Chong movies.
Where he plays himself? Is that a character?
It's a character.
Or multiple
It's still a
characters?
character.
It's still a
Yeah,
character.
it's still a
yeah.
character.
He doesn't really talk like he does in those things. Then the other would
Neither
be.
of these franchises have been named yet, but they're great.
I don't know on the other 2.
Felix Gum in the Spy Kids series 3 times, and Ramon in the Cars
In the Cars
series.
movies.
Oh,
That's right.
Cars. Yes.
And there's another thing, man. The minute you start unpacking the multiple Pixar movies, you got
Yeah.
stuff.
You've
Yeah.
got stuff. Yep. Eddie Murphy, kind of an obvious one now that you hear it.
Yeah.
Mike Myers also.
Yep.
Liam Neeson.
Okay.
Warner Oland. We'll skip that guy. Gary Oldman, another good one.
Oh, interesting though.
For Gary Oldman.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think
Harry,
it through.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Because he's Sirius Black, and then
He is.
oh man,
Don't say anything. Don't say
I
anything.
won't.
it's another animated thing probably.
Was he in all 3 Christopher Nolan Batman movies?
Yes, he was.
He
So
was.
Commissioner
Oh, he's
Gordon.
freaking
Yeah.
Commissioner Gordon. Gosh dang it. Oh, my brain.
See, that's the thing. It's so easy to accidentally name someone who gets killed off in the second movie, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He was
right.
great in that. He was one of my favorite things about those Nolan Batmans. Anyway.
Frank Oz, another good one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All the
Muppet.
Muppet stuff as Miss Piggy, Fozzie, and Animal in all the Muppet movies, and then as Yoda, of course.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg, we mentioned, I think you were going to mention him, Mission Impossible and Scotty.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman, William Powell, John Ratzenberger, Zoe Saldana, and I'm surprised no
That's
one
a good
mentions
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. She's a perfect one.
She's going to have a lot more, in the next few years.
I'm
too.
I'm hung up on Natalie Portman. I don't know why. I mean, I literally and also right now with this question. Why am I hung up on her with this? I know the Thor movies, right? Thor.
Star Wars.
Gosh dang it, those prequels. Those prequels are just biting me in the
prequels
butt.
really screw things up.
Oh.
Actually, and I will give you know what Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought it wasn't on the list, but he played the T-800 in 3 Terminator movies.
Well, yeah, he was just a different Terminator. He was a different. He was a different. They're the same model, but he was a different.
Correct. It was a different
device.
iteration of them, but he was the 800 model in 3 movies.
He was like they're like 3 identical blenders on the shelf at a Walmart. He was one of.
Right.
He was one of each of those.
Right next to the T-850, which would have been a different one.
Right.
And
if
in our universe that we live in, Arnold Schwarzenegger had played the same character in all of his 80s action movies. Like if I just said, oh, he had the same name in every one of them, you're like, yeah, that tracks.
That sounds right.
It totally tracks.
Yeah.
Sean William Scott, Tony Shalhoub, Talia Shire, Andy Serkis, big one for Andy Serkis.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Ben Stiller, Eddie K. Thomas, Conrad Vernon. These are names probably won't mean much. Owen Wilson,
Okay.
Michael
Nice.
York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Michael York is the last one. One that is getting honorable mention is Rafe Fiennes, who will join the list later this year.
Oh yeah. Okay. Because he's in the Harry Potter business as Snakeface McGee.
Correct. Name.
He's in the new James Bond movie.
Correct.
Which makes him the James Bond three-peat. Okay.
This will be his third appearance as M when he comes out in the next James Bond film.
He's the new
M. He
is no Judi Dench, but he's all right. He's okay.
That's right. That's the list that I've got now. We're adding Jennifer Lawrence to it as well. Jester Root says Gal Gadot.
How?
Or Gal Gadot.
Okay.
From
Interesting.
What? Hold on. Oh, Fast and the
Obviously
Furious.
Wonder Woman.
She's also in Fast and Furious, but
Fast
she's
and
only
Furious.
been in one Wonder Woman. Oh no, 3 movies. You're right.
Yeah, Justice League and
Fast and Furious, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in 3, 4, and 5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She's a lovely lady.
Okay, so puzzle Tom Selleck for me, because he's been in one of the most long-lived movie franchises that no one's ever heard of.
Quigley, the Quigleys.
Quigley Down Under.
No, is there more than one Quigley?
Again, no one has ever heard of this.
No.
He's made like 24 movies in the last 20 years.
Right, but none of them were theatric, right? That's that one based on those books.
Jesse Stone.
Yeah, the Jesse Stone books. Those are all. I think those are all direct
sure.
to TV things. I think.
And what's the third one? Because there's only been 2 3 Men and a Baby films, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. So I guess he doesn't belong.
I guess doesn't
but it's just
belong.
Like, it just felt like it's like he should belong.
He does feel like he belongs. I mean, he's sending a floater. He deserves some credit.
As far as I know, M. Hump, Sean Connery was only in 2 Highlanders.
Sean
Connery would be the surprising one to have on this list, but he's
James Bond, right? Like so.
James Bond,
yes.
but what else?
He doesn't do that. He doesn't take those.
Yeah, he doesn't really, and he's not going to anymore. He's done.
Yeah.
He's done. He's chilling like a villain.
Sean Connery's a couple weeks from turning 90.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a healthy mother scratcher. All right, there's your good
did
times.
we win for our guest?
Yeah, we won for the guest. That's the important bit. And and not only that, I mean, he's the real winner here. Having sat on the phone for 28 minutes and 34 seconds, you get this.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Well done, Tracy. How do you feel about backing the right horse this week?
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you, guys.
That's great. All right, here's what I want you to do. Send an email to Brian, coverville@gmail.com. He will not only get you your digital prizes, but he will forward on to me any pertinent address information so that I can send you your print. Congratulations and well done, sir. We hope to play with you again. Randy, what a pleasure it's been to hang with you today.
And I get to spend the rest of the day feeling, like proud.
You should feel proud. You should feel proud. You're a proud boy. Wait a minute. Take that back.
It's like when you start the day with a really solid poop, like a really not too solid, but you know what I mean, like a really like one where you look back at and go, that's an absolute unit right there.
Oh yeah, and it's self-contained and not a lot of bad. You don't have to send in the maid or anything. It's a good time. I agree with you. One quick note.
Way to wrap this thing around.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this up.
That's right.
Quick note, Film Sack this weekend will happen, but Salt is no longer on the table. It got yanked from streaming.
Salt is no longer on the table.
Get it? I know, it's pretty good. So
we're working on it, though. We're going to find something.
It's like the age of COVID. Priest is the next one on our list. We're confirming that Priest is still streaming. Streaming Priest.
What was it called? Just Priest by itself?
Just Priest.
2011.
It's another one of these elongated face horror movies.
Oh, Paul Bettany thing. Yeah. Priest. We got to do Priest then. It's PG-13 though, which is kind of a bummer. I wish it was R, but whatever.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Is there a director's cut we could watch or something?
I don't know. Got a little blood in there, a little sexy time. I don't know.
Yeah.
They have to give the whole movie unedited over to Kevin Smith and would you please make an R-rated version of this?
He'd be happy to do it. Randy,
sorry. We haven't done a Stephen King movie in 4 years.
No.
Wow, really?
No. That's not true. That can't be true.
Well, we did kind of run through them all.
Cujo was not our last movie. I don't think that's correct. Really?
And Scott told us about 5 years ago that we had to put off watching The Mist until like we couldn't stand it anymore.
Oh no, I'm ready now. Let's do it now. The Mist is great. I love The Mist. I'm a fan.
The Walking Dead stuff with different characters.
Yeah, that's the reason I didn't want to watch it for so long, is because I like it so much that I wanted to give it some space before I watched it again, and I will totally do The Mist.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm blown away by this. If that's true, 4 years since the last Stephen King film. That cannot be right.
I am gonna soon be ready to watch the first It with you guys. I don't think the second one is really that great or interesting, but the first one of the two.
The second one has Dancing Naked Grandma.
Yeah,
that feels like Dancing Naked Grandma is. It would be in all three of our intros if we ever did a chapter 2.
We could double it up and see how that works. But you know what I'm thinking of? The Stephen King thing we watched was the one where oh gosh. The one with the anthology thing. It's like a creep show. That's it. Creep show.
Oh, Creep Show. That did have that was
written by Stephen King and he was in it.
There was one segment. The Moss segment was Stephen King.
I think he wrote both of those movies, Creep Show movies, didn't he? Pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's right. Thanks for the ride, lady.
If you look at Stephen King on IMDb, it is unbelievable how many people credit him on short films. Recently, there are so many things that get produced that Stephen King gets a writer credit on.
It's
unbelievable.
He's a busy boy, that Stephen King, and still just looks crazy. Let's see. Just looking at it real quick. Yeah, we did Creep Show 2, I think.
We did do Creep Show 2 more recently.
Yeah, which he was in and wrote, so I think that counts. So take that, whoever said it's been 4 years. All right.
You know what? I recommend you go to IMDb and look at Stephen King's writer credits because he must sell everything the minute he finishes it.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything he writes. Whatever he writes a paragraph, he sells it to someone
before he finishes it, and sometimes doesn't even finish it.
Yeah, I keep wanting to get to see The Outsider on HBO. I haven't done it yet. I hear that was good. Stephen King business there, based on his book called The Outsider. All right, Randy Jordan, aka Randy Deluxe. Everybody, you can find him on Twitter under that name, and I suggest you harass him there. Randy, have a fantastic week.
Yeah.
Love you. Have a good day.
Bye now.
See ya.
All right. I think that went pretty well.
I did, yes. And I knew this would be a fun topic, but I knew it'd take a while. So
it's all good.
We have news for tomorrow is the deal.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And real quick, before we take a break and play a song, do you guys like comics? I know you do. Well, check out Fred and Can this morning. Every Monday, there's a brand new comic up. And I put one up today. And Fred has a little bit of a nightmare. And you might enjoy the story of that. So go check it out. That's at fredandcan.com. Or you can find it on my Twitter page, my Instagram, everywhere you get your social hoo-ha. It's all there. Yeah. All right, Brian, let's take a break. Let's play a song. You got something all set up there for us?
I certainly do. Max, Marius, Michael, and Yoshi are known...
I'd appreciate it if you guys would stop posting rainbow flags on my comments. Okay? Thank you.
He's starting to drift on us.
The morning stream. Hit the road, Buster. This is where you get off.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. This guy.
He's starting to drift on us.
This is because somebody sent me the recommendation to watch on IMDb TV this Canadian show called Corner Gas. Have you heard of this before?
Yeah. Yes. Tina and I could not make it through the first episode.
I tried the first episode, didn't like it very much. Decided to keep going. I get it now. It's kind of comforty foodie. It's nothing groundbreaking, but there are moments of actual hilarity, and it's growing on me. The characters are growing on me. But I know what you're saying about that first episode. It's really hard to get past it.
Maybe that's it, and maybe just it wasn't a good start. It basically watching that made Tina and I say, let's go back and watch some more Letterkenny.
Yeah, Letterkenny's a little more of the I don't know. It's definitely got a different kind of edge to it, but
yeah,
it's there's something endearing about it.
Maybe we'll give it another shot. What do you think? 3 episodes? When does it find its?
I think by the third is where I started to started to kick in for me. I think the characters started to settle in. It is very Canadian. Specifically, it's very Saskatchewan. We love Schitt's Creek. We love Letterkenny. I like Trailer Park Boys a lot. Yeah.
But is it
I mean, I would argue it's a bit more on the wholesome side compared to all those others, but it's got moments that make me laugh. Like
Crazy Neighbors love that show.
yeah,
And that's actually why we started watching, because they kept recommending it. We're like, yeah, maybe this one isn't for us, but all right, maybe
the quirkiness of the character starts to come out over time, and I just think he just gets better. So I don't know. When you're out of stuff to watch, which doesn't happen in 2020, but when you are,
right? Yeah, no kidding.
it's been a funny little thing in the background. Anyway,
yeah.
All right, we are to the point now where I forgot to tell people we don't have either guest today. So
neither of them really.
Neither.
I'm surprised we don't have.
No Daryl, because there's nothing new, really, since we last talked.
I mean, we'll be able to talk to him next week, because the first episode of Lower Decks comes out this week.
I keep saying Below Decks as well.
I know, yeah. Feels like it should be called Below Decks, but
that feels like a problem for them, doesn't it? A little bit.
I think it's more a problem for us.
Maybe I'm the one with the problem.
Yeah,
Can't remember.
Exactly. I think Below Decks is something we need to have checked out at the doctor's office if need be.
Yeah, I agree. So in the meantime, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little call now this week, okay?
Yay!
Call now.
That means you guys can call into the number 801-471-0462. Meant to give you a warning before the break, but you can call in, ask us any questions you want, talk about whatever you want, complain, praise. What other words can I use? You can.
Yeah, only praise. Really, that's all I'm in the mood for
Brian's
today.
only wanting praise for his choice of desserts the other day.
It may have looked like a dessert, but it was a breakfast.
I mean, it sounds amazing, and I'm super jealous you even had it. Yes. Let's see what this caller has to say. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Kirk from DC.
Hey, Kirk. How are you?
Hey, Kirk.
I'm doing pretty good. I just want to thank you guys for filling my mornings with sunshine and happiness every day.
That makes me happy to hear that. Hey, isn't it really hot and muggy and horrible in DC right now? I heard somebody.
Oh, it's absolutely terrible. There have been like a number of storms that have rolled through the area, and it's just made everything a steamy mess. Like my windows are just, I can't even see through them. It's like they're just like frosted over with steam and hot muck.
Yeah, you may as well not even shower in that kind of environment, right? You just get out of the shower.
It just makes it easier to stay inside, which I guess is for the best now.
Yeah, it is. Unless your air conditioner breaks, and then everyone's screwed. That's the worst thing.
Oh, yeah. No, it's absolutely terrible.
Our AC yesterday started doing this thing where, so we turned it down a little bit because we could tell it's been 103 here. Okay, it's been hot. And we can tell the AC of Brian on the high end is starting to choke a little bit. Not choke, but just like, I'm doing the best I can, but I can't keep up with your plan, kind of intensity. And so we had knocked it down to 78, and that seems to have helped to have it not be so 72. But as a result, I'm just a little hot. And Kim's like, it's normal. I'm like, no, it's like 78 in here. It's like, that's too hot. That's not room temperature.
Way too hot. Yeah, absolutely. 78 is much too high. That's about 9 degrees higher than I like to keep it in the house.
Yeah, I like to sleep cold. Like I want it to be kind of cold at night. I can really curl up or whatever. And if I'm hot at all, I just don't sleep. I had a dream last night. Oh, I can't even tell you what this dream was. It was so weird. I can't tell you.
Really?
Yeah, it was gross. It was gross. I cannot tell you what was in this dream. But it was but I'm telling you, I dreamt it because it was so freaking hot. It was so hot. I dream weird things when it's hot. Anyway.
I would think you would dream post-apocalyptic landscape when it's too hot. Like it's like you dream in Fury Road.
It'd have to be like really hot and dry for me to feel that way, probably. Because
Yeah.
at night I feel all sweaty, and that's no good. It's good to hear from you, Kirk. Take it easy, and thanks for calling. Here's your number, 801-471-0462. Call in, tell us what's on your mind. What are you thinking? That was really a nice compliment from Kirk.
Yeah, for sure.
James T. Kirk out there. And
James T. Kirk. And if, I'd love if people do start coming up with other names that should be on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jennifer Lawrence is a great one.
Yeah.
We should start a post in the Tadpool where people can add to it.
Oh, I like that. That's not a bad idea. Why don't we do that? That's a good idea.
We should do that.
Yeah, we should totally do that. I like your
idea. Could easily
idea.
be some more that come up on this.
I agree. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Tracy in Seattle again.
Hey, it's good to have you back. Our winner, everybody.
What, the codes break or something?
Yeah, taking a victory lap here. I like it. This is great. What's going on, Tracy? You got some questions for us today?
Since the pandemic, I've been shaving my head. I wondered if
Yeah.
Brian had any recommendations or any suggestions.
Oh, very nice, Brian. What do you
As
suggest
far
for
as,
head shaving?
what to use?
Yeah,
Product?
product or technique or anything?
For sure. The stuff that I really like is called Headblade. Headblade is it's a really good lotion that
Was he ever part of
I
the
think it's
X-Men, or was he just Avengers? I don't remember where Headblade was.
Headblade for a little while was part of the X-Men,
Okay.
and then he was a West Coast Avenger for a while.
Oh, okay. That explains why we
Yeah,
kind of saw him peter
he's
out.
had a lot of confusion around Headblade.
Yeah, Silver Ridge.
But Headblade makes head slick and then the actual Headblade razor, which looks like a tricycle with a razor blade on the back, and you basically just drive it around your head, doing 20-point turns.
Does it ever hurt? Do you ever cut?
No,
or
not at
anything?
all.
Okay.
Not at all. And the trick to that is the same trick that you use when you're regular shaving, is that you don't press too hard. You don't need to press too hard. Let the blade do all the work.
Oh,
You just
interesting.
basically run it across your face, and you won't get cuts, and it'll do a much better job if you're not jamming the razor blade into your face.
So Brian obviously is going for the right to the skin kind of thing. In this house, we've been all shaving down to the shorties. And I got like, I think a number 2 level on this shaver I got from Panasonic. So if you're looking for something less close to the head bald and you want to just have a little bit of length, this thing, what's the brand? What's the model? Now I forgot. Dang it, I'd have to find it. But this Panasonic makes a really great head groomer thing that you can use in the shower and wherever you want to use it. And it works kind of like what Brian's saying, except it's meant for sure. Oh, actually, that's a good question. Does your tricycle thing have a measurement thing on it so you can do longer if you want, and you're not trying to?
No,
Okay,
it is all. It takes it all.
it wants it all. Brian wants it all.
Yeah, but we do have clippers, and if I go too long before I do the head shaving, like if I wait longer than a week for whatever reason, laziness usually being the case, then I have to use the clippers to get it down, and then I use the head blade to finish the job.
What was I gonna say about that? Something else I forgot. Well, anyway, Shay, good luck, dude. It sounds like you're in the mood to get rid of that hair, and Brian sent you in the right direction.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, man. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually in the hotel I did not look carefully at the shower doors, so they had 2 glass doors that moved.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I'll just slide the glass door over and get in the shower. All right, boom, bam, and it hit my head, and I've got a nice little cherry on top of my head right there.
Yeah, my dad would do that. My dad was bald. My dad would do that. We call them head mashes. And I don't know why, but that was just the name I had. So it's like a friend would say, hey, I came to the house and asked where you were, and your dad had a big head mash. I'm like, yep, that's what he does.
Yeah, accurate.
Yep,
accurate.
Bald guys. Hey, you're on the air. Who's this?
This is Talia.
Hey, Talia. How are you? We always get a call from Talia. Always.
Yes. I'm all right.
Yeah, that's good. What's going on?
Give me a phrase, any phrase, and I will belch it for you.
Oh, dude, this is great. Okay, hold on, Brian. What do we want? What's good?
Now is the winter of our discontent.
Love it.
All right, give me a few seconds.
Okay,
sure. Down to some ginger ale.
Oh my lord! All right, can you do this one?
Fantastic.
Can you do? I had a baby brother, and he was perfect in every way.
I had a baby brother, and he was perfect in every way.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's like Rictus Surrectus, or whatever his name was here. Rictus Erectus.
Rictus Erectus.
Nice work. Right. Well done. See you, Talia. I feel like Talia might be, drinking something weird in the morning. I don't know.
Who knew that she had that much talent?
Yeah. That was pretty good. Pretty good.
Very good.
801-471-0462 is the number. Feel free to call in and talk to us about whatever the crap you want. If you want to ask me what I think of Yakuza 0 so far. We started doing homework on Core, so we'd pick a game, and then
really?
Last time we did this, it was a dating game. We all had to pick a dating game. Or what do you call them? Not dating.
A dating sim?
There you go, dating sim. That's it. Yeah, right.
Sim, yeah.
And of course, John and Bo picked games that were definitely dating sims, and the one I picked was that Kentucky Fried Chicken one, where you
where the Colonel.
You try to romance the Colonel or whatever. And I was surprised at how legitimately a dating sim it was. and actually reviewed pretty well. Like Steam has really good reviews for it. But what I learned from that experience is I'll never play another dating sim. That's just not for me. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I cannot do
That's
it.
funny.
It's all story and people going, and you having to answer it, and it just sucks. All right, so there's that.
What about the pigeon one? Wasn't there one with pigeons that we talked about on some show where it was like the dating simulator with pigeons?
I don't know. Was there?
I think so, yeah. It might have been a prize we gave away on Babble Royale, and then we started talking about this game.
Maybe. Was it you didn't date via homing pigeon? It wasn't like that. It was the pigeons that dated?
I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't remember at all. I have no memory of this.
It was years ago.
But now I'm curious. So
there it is. Hatoful Boyfriend. That's exactly it.
Oh,
Hatoful Boyfriend.
Okay. Yeah, that Doki Doki Literature Club. I know people want me to play it, but I'm not going to do it.
Congratulations, you've been accepted as the only human student at the prestigious St. Pigeonations Institute, a school for the talented birds. Roam the halls and find love in between classes as a sophomore student at the world's greatest pigeon high school.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
It does.
No desire. Hi, thanks for holding. Who's this?
Hi, it's Kit London from the chat room.
Hi, Kit London. How are you?
Doing great.
That's awesome.
Thanks for playing in our Patreon Playdate on Friday.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Great seeing you.
Always good seeing you in there. Yeah, you did well.
That was fun, even though I can't draw.
Don't worry. The tools they give you make it so most of us can't, so don't feel too bad.
They're always a good time. I was wondering if there was going to be a Next American Top Podcaster Season 3.
Oh, interesting
There
question.
is, and it's funny you should ask. We're actually right in the middle of a week-long All-Stars match where we picked 2 players from Season 1, 2 players from Season 2, and they're going head-to-head in a competition that is actually getting reviewed tomorrow night. Judging happens tomorrow night. That's going to go out on the Patreon feed as the full show, and then as a condensed episode on the regular feed, not like greatest hits, but like here's the key parts of it, but then you get a lot more on the Patreon feed.
What's that called?
And then pretty
abridged,
soon,
abridged version is what you're saying. It's an abridgment.
Condensed, abridged version is the word I'm looking for.
There you go.
And then Season 3, this fall, we're going to start accepting applications. I believe this month. I believe in August, as a matter of fact, we're going to be accepting applications. So
there you go.
Yeah. So look for it in September to start recording, but if you're interested in being a contestant, we'll start taking applications this month.
Hey, Kit London, you should sign up.
I'll think about it.
You have a nice voice, and you have a very nice, honest demeanor. I think you might do well, in my opinion. I think you should try.
The genuine voices seem to do the best in ANTP for sure.
Yeah, and that's been my experience with you.
Sorry,
so
Alex.
I think you'd. Yeah, sorry, Alex. People with weird voices just don't cut it. They just can't make it to the end.
Poor Alex. He's got such a great voice.
We kid. We joke. We kid.
Him. Yeah.
We couldn't kid more. All right, Kid London or Kid London. No, Kit London. That's correct. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you soon. I was saying I kid, and then I got Kit mixed up in my head.
I kid.
Oops. All right, I think we got time for at least one more, and then I got some other stuff to read here in a second. So one more call, 801-471-0462. 801-471-0462. Whoever that will be, who knows? But I'm going to pick it up as soon as it comes in,
cool.
And then you're in trouble.
So you were going to start to play Marvel Strike Force. Have you?
I am playing
given up on it again?
Yeah, I am playing it pretty casually, but I get in there at night and just go, oh yeah, I got to run through some of these. Let's do this campaign. Let's I unlocked Cyclops. Let's mess around with him a little bit, or those sorts of things. The one part I can't quite figure out is if I get a new character I really like. Mm-hmm. Let's say it's Cyclops. Mm-hmm. And I get him and I want to add him to the team as a DPSer or whatever.
Sure.
He's pretty low level when I get him.
Yeah.
So am I meant to just put him in the group and let him go, or do I need to find more of him and roll them into him?
Yeah, it's felt like Mike like getting more shards to kind of build up his star level.
Yeah.
His star level is one metric, but also the gear, pumping up his gear levels, and so going through the campaigns that give you gear that's specific to Cyclops, and you can find that by going to his gear tab and clicking on any of the 6 squares that are empty.
Yeah. And that'll let me, and that's
and
after a fight, I get the gear. It's after every fight. There's usually gear I can then go equip.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And yep.
All right.
Goes from green to blue to purple to orange, kind of like Kind of like WoW.
Yeah, like all RPGs before it.
Like all RPGs, yeah, they followed that model pretty closely.
All right, let's see who this is on the line. Hello, congratulations, you're our final caller. Who's this?
Hey, this is Walter from Southern Oregon.
Hey, Southern Oregon.
Walter.
How's it going? I love Southern
Red
Oregon.
Law 7 in the chat.
Ah, Red Hot 7.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ret Law 7.
Ret Law 7. Woo! Does that mean there were 6 other Ret Laws when you did this, or does 7 mean something?
That was just my racing number growing up. Ret Law is my name spelled backwards, Walter. So.
Hold on, do you do racing and stuff? Tell me about this.
Growing up, I used to race motorcycles, and I always used the number 7. So
that's cool.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Do you ever wipe out real bad or anything crazy like that?
Yeah, my biggest crash, I was 16, and I landed on another guy on a jump. I just landed on his wheel.
Yeah.
And I ended up being in the hospital for about 5 days.
Oh, man.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeah, so it was pretty bad.
Wow, that's gnarly. Yeah, it's like one of those fail videos, except without the happy ending those things usually have, where people get up.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Enough about that. That's awesome, though. Did you have questions for us?
Yeah, I was just wondering, just specifically about technology. What's your favorite or most excited technology that could change? Like the internet changed everything in the 90s. So I wrote down a couple, like SpaceX. Is it the space travel stuff, or virtual reality, the advancement of that, or self-driving cars? What do you think will kind of change society? What's the next big thing?
3D printing, I think, is we're still in like hobby phase. Let's create a bunch of just toys and props and things like that. And I feel like as 3D printing gets higher speed, it becomes more viable to be used for quick replicating of things that you need around the house. It's like you go to Amazon, say, "Oh, I need a new spatula." Beep, bop, work. You pay for it, and then you download a thing, and in an hour you've got a spatula.
Yeah, I agree with this actually, and I would even go further to say the further we get down the road with 3D printing, the techniques will improve, the materials improve, the reuse of materials improves. We get to the point where you're basically manufacturing a lot of things you would normally spend at a hardware store or something, and you're doing it yourself, and you're doing it reliably. Because to me right now, 3D printing is still in the dot matrix era if you want to compare it to regular printing. And that was great at its time, right? You're like, wow, it's printing all this stuff. It's amazing. And then you moved on. And it was like, whoa, black and white laser, too expensive for me, but look how amazing. And then we're up to this, and then the color, and then blah, blah, blah. And then we get to a point where now it's just this ubiquitous thing that everybody does and no one thinks about. I think that's where 3D printing will eventually be. The question is how soon, but I agree with Brian 100%. If I was to pick one, though, outside of that, I would actually stick to the VR thing. A lot of people think VR is kind of like, well, we're here, now what? And I don't see it that way. I feel like we're also in the dot matrix printing era of VR, and that we will start to accelerate toward a point where they're as small or smaller than these glasses I'm holding up, and they will be a thing I can wear like a pair of glasses, and I can jump from AR to VR in a second. They'll be a sort of thing that'll last all day. They'll support everything from HUD and functionality that sort of Google Glass was hoping you would get, to full VR experiences. It will become as ubiquitous as phones. Everyone will have one of these. That will fundamentally change how society works, I think. So, and maybe one day I could 3D print them. Who knows?
Right.
Our two predictions could meet in the middle somewhere, but I think those are ours. I mean, what would yours be, dude? If you had to pick one, what would you say? What's your option?
I mean, I agree with the VR stuff. I just read Ready Player One for the first time. I know it's like a 9-year-old book, but that got me really back excited about like the possibilities of what VR could be, and so yeah, I think VR is it for me.
Yeah,
the sequel to that book comes out in like a month too.
Yeah, I heard about that. I hope it's good. That second book he made, that was Armada. What was it called?
Right, something like that.
Not great. It was a bummer. I couldn't finish it. I wanted to like it, but that second book, or the sequel book, is interesting to me. I hope it's good.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the call, dude. Always good to talk to people from Oregon. Take care. Be safe. We'll talk to you later. All right, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Two things. A mashup of sorts.
Yay!
This game from TMS Mashups. Jamie, he sent this in. It's called Jury Delivers. So I assume Justin's in this somehow.
I would hope so.
We're gonna find out.
Otherwise, it's flagrant misrepresentation.
I forgot to tell you, Kim got jury duty notice.
Oh, really? Actual jury duty notice, not like a jury called her.
No,
Justin called her.
No. Justin not call her. It's actual jury.
Really? I wonder what jury duty looks like in the days of COVID.
I know.
Is it virtual or is it? Will she go to?
I don't know. See, that's the trick. She has to fill out this like form first. It's like the first step, and then, at least the way they do it here. I don't know if it's a state by state thing, but then you send that in, and then they tell you what to do, and then I don't know. Maybe we go. She goes in with a mask. Maybe she doesn't. I'm just glad it wasn't me. I'm backing her up as much as she needs. Whatever you need, babe, but I don't want to go.
I'll drive you there, drop you off, but I'm not going in.
Is it all Zoomed these days? Maybe. I don't know.
Might be, yeah.
All
That'd
right.
be the way I would do it. All right.
Here's the mashup. Jury Delivers. Enjoy.
Don't eat your meat on the Thursday. Don't eat your meat on the Friday.
When the drunk person is swinging the thing around, that's not a spoiler. This is out. Everyone can see it.
Yeah.
It's just great mashup material, so keep going. He usually just did it in his office, right, or something? I don't know.
Oh, I thought he went out to his car. We can ask him.
Stress relieving benefits of and stress relieving benefits of lighthearted a lighthearted return would give him.
You can do it. You can do it.
Howdy, scrote and beans. Ugh. Hold on. That means you are encased
I'm
inside
the testicles.
of me.
Sure, yeah.
You're inside of me, Brian.
You're surrounding me.
Ugh.
You are the sack in which I reside.
Right.
Wondering how long you're going to want to keep this photo in our Discord, because
every
time you look over at it, you're going to see it.
Unless you want Bill to come into that.
Yes, you know what I do. I want to see what Bill says. I love this idea.
What will Bill think? Maybe he'll make a replica. I don't know.
Or a jury, for that matter.
You never know.
What are we looking at here?
What is this?
Just kind of like, like really quickly jerking towards them and make them drop their phone.
Two cocks from different mothers.
Wow.
That came out wrong. That came out totally wrong. Yeah, there you go.
Look at all of our areas.
Yep, all our areas.
Probe our areas.
Yeah, probe this area, please.
Why isn't she taking off her clothes? Why do I have to take off my clothes?
I ain't got no underwear.
More chunks, please. Put more chunks in
More chunks.
Jan DeBont asking for more chunks.
That's Jan DeBont. Put more chunks.
Please put more chunks in there. This is not accurate. This film is a nightmare. More chunks. I heard about something coming that was about a lady who everyone thinks killed her kid. Is this what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah, that's not this at all. No.
Shit.
What the hell is in this Discord chat?
It works. See, I told you it would work. We'd get to one of them. Bill didn't notice it, but you did. That's why Jury Delivers. I get it now.
Jury did deliver. Yes.
Oh, that was funny. Totally forgot we even did that. So well done, Jamie. Jamie's like a historian. He's like an archivist, you know?
Totally, yes.
Keeping the best bits on file. Well done.
That's right. We can look back. It's like counting the rings, right? We can look back at any Monday mashup and really encapsulate what we were talking about. What was on our minds?
Yeah. What was going on in our heads? All right, check this out. We got a little bit of this to do. Where is it?
I want
fan
service!
All right, two-pronged fan service today. Number one, I want to give a shout-out to my daughter, Carter Elizabeth Johnson, who is actually here today. But anyway, her and her sister launched a new store for Carter's art, and they did it so they didn't have to be tucked behind all my stuff, and who would blame them? Like, get out from under these wings and fly is how I would say it. So anyway, she's got her own store now, and it's over at Miss Carter Art. Sorry, I'm such an idiot. Let me look this up. MS Carter dot. Oh, that's why, because she got a .art domain. MissCarter.art. So,
yeah, cool.
MISS Carter.art. Yeah, it's pretty rad. And if you were already a patron of hers, you got this notice and you're aware of it. But if not, go check it out. She's got all kinds of cool stuff for sale, and she got everything from prints to magnets to pins. Amazing art, as always, from her, and I want to make sure to give her a shout out. So that is at MissCarterArt.com. Of course, I have, dad reasons to do this as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we do.
You are familially bound to do that.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
totally a word.
Required by law, familially bound. That is correct.
Familially bound.
As you are aware, Amendment FF 545 makes me fiduciarily have to be familially bound.
That's right. -2
Yep.
right.
There you go. Now part 2. Gary Fisher. You know him as Gary from Lantronix, or used to be. He says,
currently Gary from Lot B, or used to be.
Yeah, or used to be. I don't know. Maybe he still is, and they're just, I don't know what they do now. Are they open?
Has Disneyland opened? I know Disney World opened. I think Disneyland opened.
Did they? Hold on. Disneyland open.
Good question.
Gonna find out real quick here. Disneyland's set to they've set their reopening date. Oh, that was back in June, though. So July 17th was the idea. Did that end up happening? I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay.
Well, anyway.
Downtown Disney says Saxera is open, so.
Oh, okay. So I can go touch all those nasty Legos. Sounds great.
I'll touch them all. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, Scott. He says, I have a weekly single mic podcast called Diary of a Senior Geek. It is easiest to find on Spotify or over at anchor.fm/Gary-Fisher. Recently, I've been talking about politics. I've been doing my best to understand the worldview of Trump supporters. That's pretty uncontroversial, right? ? I'd appreciate it if you could mention it during your fan service segment on TMS. Well, no problem, Gary. People can go find Diary of a Senior Geek wherever you get your shows, and you'll find it. You want to get a guy in the older set giving you some points of view? Gary's got you covered.
Totally. Yes.
Yeah.
He's been doing that for a while too, and we appreciate that. It's been a good long running show.
Yeah. Well done there, Gary. And that does it for today's show. A programming note today at 3:30 Mountain Time. Oh, I got a note from Dunaway. Let me make sure this is still happening.
When are you guys gonna call me?
Let's see. Okay, yeah, so we're good. We got Boop today. Woo! 3:30 Mountain Time. Boop show happening with me and Brian Dunaway. So even though he was busy this morning, he's good to go this afternoon for an episode of the Boop show. Then we got a whole week of fine content coming. Oh, my wife just entered the room. Oh no, it's a baby.
Should try and bring you more tea.
I didn't know he was coming over. Come here, bud. Hi. What are you doing? Hi, bud. Look how big he's getting now, Brian.
Look at all that hair.
Yeah. Do you want to say something in the mic? Say hello. Say hi. Hi. No, he's going to be too impressed by all these lights and everything.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So much to look
big.
at on this desk.
You sure he's not 5? I'll see in a minute, okay? Oh, buddy, I'm so excited to see him.
God, he is getting so big.
He's monster size. He's about the size of your average 2-year-old, but he's 18. Was he 18 months? Yeah, he's about like a 2.5-year-old size.
Mm-hmm.
And all the little kids who are older than him,
mm-hmm.
and they'll hang around him, they're exactly the same size, but they don't understand why he's not saying all the words they know or isn't up to their
mm-hmm.
brain development yet. And so they all think he's weird, but he's just younger than them and they don't know
Just younger, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really weird. Anyway.
Plus, kids grow so differently. You can't use other kids as the measuring stick anyway.
Yeah. Plus, they have spurts and he'll slow down for a while, and the other kid will grow up quicker and all that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so there you have it. What else is I getting at? I don't know. Other content. There's other things going on. So, check it out. I'm excited to do the judgment thing tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah.
Yes. It's preempting a trivia thing too. Now we're gonna go to, but I'm excited to do it.
Yeah, it'll be great.
We'll do trivia next week. Totally fine.
Damn straight. That's it for the show. Thank you all for your support of this show. It's a brand new month. Great time to get on board if you haven't yet. At patreon.com/TMS, you get a full episode a week bonus show that you can't get any other way. You get daily bonus content you can't get any other way, and there's a bunch of other benefits to being a member. So check it out and sign up if you haven't at patreon.com/TMS. I'm going to burp like Talia. Excuse me. All right, then go to our website, frogpants.com/TMS for everything else. For those, somebody asked in the chat earlier, and I meant to say that art that I did for the Pokemon tree, Poketree thing, is available in the store. I'm only doing 100 of these, so if you want one, you got to get on it. I better check this morning. Stock might already be out. But anyway, if it's still there, go to frogpants.com/store. They're only $6. I'll ship it anywhere. Cool. There's no shipping, so it's just a little short run. And if you want one, it's yours. That's at frogpants.com/store. All right, Brian, I think we're done.
Yes.
Feedback. The morning stream at gmail.com. The morning stream at gmail.com. Put a "the" on there or else you're going to be screwed. Okay, Brian, let's do a song of an exit from the show nature.